My name's Amber Gilbert, and I'm 32 years old. I had my first daughter at 13 and my second one at 15. And then I had my son at 18, and it was with his father that I started using drugs with. I had kidney failure at one point. I still couldn't stop using. I had people bring me drugs in the hospital. And when they stopped bringing me drugs in the hospital, I left. And I could have died. My first daughter, Shaylin, the one who I lost to CPS, she had to grow up really hard in foster care. I was in foster care myself when I was younger, and I know what that kind of a lifestyle is.
Not being able to grow up with her the way I should have, because now we have to like get back into the mode of her being my mother and me being her daughter and her having boundaries. And I was real happy when I first met her, because people would always tell me that she's a bad person, and I just knew otherwise, and it's turned out that I was right.
Once they took her and I lost her 11 years ago, I never ever thought I'd see her again. And then when she found me, I decided to get clean. Now that I'm sober, it's very different. The chaos is gone, the running from the cops or the abusive relationships. Now I can be a mother. I'd lost everything. I didn't want to die, but I didn't want to live neither. And then to have a purpose. And she was my purpose.
She is a good person because she just needed hope, and I was that hope for her, so I'm glad that I was there.
Tim Hara, 49 years old. When they did sentence me to juvenile hall, I was behind a grand theft auto charge. I wanted to go to another city to get the drugs that I wanted. I didn't have a way to get there, so I stole the vehicle. I got arrested. I remember the ride going through the canyon, got a chance to reflect on everything that got me there, and I was hating my mom and dad at the time. When I was sentenced, they didn't show up. I was 14 years old. They didn't want nothing to do with me because they said I got myself into the situation. I remember yelling them at the courtroom and at them. I said, you know what? I didn't get myself here. You didn't love me enough to take care of me or discipline me. And they said, oh, well.
Half my family are alcoholics and addicted to drugs. It seemed like it was the best thing in the world, but at the same time, nobody told me that there are effects to it. There are bad things about it. The first time I got locked up, there's this window in the juvenile hall. When you're walking down towards the nurse, you can see the waiting room to go in through court. I just turned, look out the window and I see, my dad and my sister. I was so confused that it just didn't occur to me that, he was here to support me.
There's this one lady there. She worked on the dairy. I'll never forget her. Bless her heart. Her name was Miss Loiza. She said, it's going to be all right. We'll get through this together. So she taught me how to work. She taught me how to be punctual. And it made me feel good that someone was taking the time to talk to me. So when I got out of prison, I started going to church. I started going to AA at that time. I found a great job. It's kind of like if you make your bed, you got to sleep in it. But your bed doesn't always have to be messed up. You can make better decisions.
He's changed a lot. I've changed a lot. And a lot of that is because of the fact that I see his change. And I'm like, if you can come from who you were to where you're at now, then there's no way that I can't.